The following program is brought to you by the Realm of Collectors. Please stand by and take your seats.
Good evening. Welcome to Masterpiece Shitpiece Theater. If you would please place your seats, the show will begin momentarily.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome to another Friday, another episode of Masterpiece Shitpiece Theater. I'm your host, Nick Brammer. We got a guest tonight. We got some special shit going on for y'all. But first, we just want everybody in the realm and everybody in the community to know that tonight we're thinking about Darius, Agent H. All our thoughts are with him.
Yeah, real life stuff, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
I always tell everybody, real life comes first. And, I'm not a religious person, but, my best thoughts are with him.
Yeah, same here with all of us, man. We love you, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Get better soon, dude.
We're thinking about you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
Indeed.
Yeah. I want to spill another beer on you at TFCon someday. All right.
Pour one out for the homies.
Oh, don't do it.
Oh,
All right. Shucky ducky quack quack. Let's go ahead and get through intros. We're going to start like we always start. Josh Fisher. Tell them where you're at.
hey, what's up, everybody? You can catch me on first of all, you can follow me on Facebook under my regular name. Public profile, so all my social media accounts are linked to that if you want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram as well. You can catch me every Friday on the All Queued Up podcast that I do with my friend Greg. You can catch me every Friday night here on this very channel with you guys on this very show that we are very fond of. And as of this week, I guess I've been added to Figure Banging, so you can catch me every other Wednesday there as well. On this very
There goes
channel.
the neighborhood.
There goes the neighborhood. I know, right? Jesus God.
Congrats,
we're
Josh.
infiltrating them all.
Yeah, dude.
Slowly.
So we're
Nick,
getting
the
our
plan's
little- getting our
working.
little fingers in all these pies.
You've done well, Nick. It's working.
One of us. All
All
right.
Gobble, gooble, gobble, one of us.
Hell yeah.
One of us.
I watch Freaks every October for Halloween. That movie is insane. All right, for our next intro, Rob Milton, tell him where you're at, buddy.
You can find me in the ROC as Rob Milton. You can find me hiding around on the Instagrams as Rob's Hobbies. Occasionally pimping myself on Mixer as NoFix, NOPHIX, every Friday night here with my beautiful castmates, hanging out, talking shit, and being complete assholes on the internet.
Hey, speak for yourself.
I've seen your rant videos, buddy.
Not rough, man.
All right, up next, the aforementioned Russ the Fuss.
Hello, every motherfucker out there.
Mr. Vague Book.
Oh, sorry. I've blown it. We don't have no money for this one. Anyway. Yes, I'm Russ the Muss, and I like nice walks on the beach and moonlit night, like starry nights, and yeah, it's good.
Since Russ already blew it.
You can find
Getting caught in the rain.
Since
Yeah,
Russ
on
already blew
occasion.
the monetization. Penis.
There you go. Might as well do it. Just blow it out. Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Twits, and Facebook, and yeah, occasionally on YouTube when they decide to lift my dick ban. Yeah, it's all good. And and here, of course, every Friday night with these crazy guys, and they won't let me on Figure Banging no more. Ace has a strictly ban Russ thing going on, but that's okay. I was late to the show. I had technical problems one time when I was supposed to be on the show. I was late. Ever since then,
Oh no!
I it back. He said, "Fuck off."
Never got
Are
that
you
call
still
back.
using
Yeah,
a vacuum
I-
cleaner to call a
I-
laptop?
No,
Yeah.
he saw
Yeah,
your
pretty
Zeta.
much.
He saw your Zeta Toys rant and said, "Nope."
Probably. Well,
So
probably is.
you call that ball gag technical difficulties, huh?
Yeah, I know,
He
right?
couldn't get it
Well,
off. He
It
needed
didn't.
it. And she had to
I
go
did
to the grocery store.
You got to put the flavored gel on it, Nick. It's
For anybody new to the show, just remember this is how it always goes. Our
I didn't even
monetization
know
is
that
revoked
was
within the
a thing.
first 35 seconds.
pretty
We don't
much.
even try to monetize it, so.
Hey,
Hell no.
Russ has a Dyson computer.
Yeah, yeah. the 1990 shit, right?
All right. Next up, our own personal Peter Dinklage, Sam Mead.
Hey guys, I'm Sam Mead and the Goose. I know we don't do hauls. I just want to take a minute to show this beautiful thing off.
Oh,
Oh,
It's all in the family. I don't want to show too much of it until I get some pieces to finish it off. But
Oh.
oops! I hit
What?
the
What
button.
the hell?
No. I got a
Okay,
lock on Sam.
Sam, are you
here,
okay?
let me put it back up on there real quick. Should
Oh.
I
It's all gone wrong.
How do I lock on
I
Sam?
broke the show. It's on.
I don't know.
I'll throw some pictures up there. But
Hold on
yeah,
a
that
second.
was,
Yeah. Hold on. I'll get you. I got.
while
just
he's
gotta
doing
get
that,
lined out.
that was Josh made that piece.
There we
and,
go.
oh, okay. Here you go. Let me show this thing
Yeah.
off.
Okay.
Yeah, like
we
I
go.
said, I don't want to show too much until I get some things finished up. But
Pretty.
yeah,
I'll give him a better look than that. Come on now.
I was gonna say I had some ideas that I didn't think were possible, but then Josh said, "Yeah, and we could do that and then some." So that was a fun little
You know,
thing to collab
Let
on.
me tell you, Josh is really coming into his own.
Yeah.
It's amazing, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Josh, you're really getting
You
you're getting
'cause
better, dude. Awesome.
it's like a lot of dials like that I see. There's always like something that you say, okay, that doesn't quite look right, but it's a
Right.
dial, so it's forgivable. But with this, man, it's like there's nothing to pick apart. It's fantastic. Thank you, man.
Yeah, it's amazing. Good job,
Yeah,
man.
hit Josh up if you want something done, man.
I mean,
Nice.
I'm honored that you even asked me. And
No, yeah,
thrilled
dude.
with how well it turned out.
Came out
Yeah,
really
this
good.
is
Yeah.
insane, dude. And it weighs like 70 pounds.
It doesn't weigh that much. It weighed about 8 pounds.
No, but
But
that's
it's super durable, man. I mean, it's made out of MDF, foam, Sculptamold, and plaster. So
mhm. You could-
So
yeah.
did Josh get the kitty litter that he used for the sand all deodorized?
no, it's not kitty litter, man.
Oh snap!
Oh God. I
Josh
don't
is about to
even
give
know
you
what
a
that means.
dick punch at TFCon.
Yeah.
No, man, no. But
Yeah, those are Josh Nuggets. What is that?
I mean,
Kitty litter. It ain't kitty litter. Wow.
Holy shit.
It's a joke. Don't take it personal.
oh no, I'm not.
all I know is I got to see some of those effects that he did.
Yeah.
That lightning effect is dope.
Fucking dope,
Yeah, it's pretty badass. I dig it.
Shit.
dude.
Yeah, you killed it.
Looking
You
at
are
the wrong
rocking
screen.
that shit.
KJ and
Sorry.
E say it's not working on their phones or PC.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
I keep-
spinning.
What's not working?
I'm having a hard. Yeah, I think YouTube might be having an issue, dude. I'm really
I think
concerned.
it's YouTube because on my OBS, I'm getting
Yeah.
my
I'm getting
YouTube.
great strengths. Hardly using
Yeah.
any CPU.
Funny, man.
Staying
Yeah, it's
consistent at
YouTube.
60 frames a second, no drop frames.
Yeah. I
It's
think it's
YouTube.
a
I
good-
can't even bring it up, man. It's
Yeah,
I'm not able to bring it up over here on YouTube either. I'm gonna do
It's-
a couple of things and see if I can tweak anything, but as long
It's
as
showing
they can
that-
hear us,
yeah. Well, it's showing that we're live. When I try to kick the video on, it just clocks.
I wonder if they can hear audio.
Oh, okay. Now it's slowly popping up, and it's really shitty quality. And now
Right.
it's buffering like a bitch.
Yeah, it is. That's what
Yeah,
mine's doing too.
it's nothing
Yeah.
on my end. I'm getting green all across the board, but I'm gonna do a couple things to see if
I'm gonna try
it'll
something.
help, because I did a. But yeah, if just keep us updated in the chat and let us know how it is.
Yeah, it's just spinning right now.
Here,
That's what
let
mine's
Yeah, my
doing,
phone.
spinning.
It's just
me
spinning.
call YouTube.
No,
real
it's
quick.
YouTube too because I just tried to
He
hit
said,
one.
"Let me call YouTube." Hey, YouTube, I got a problem with my
Hold on,
screen.
bro.
It's Sam again.
Yo, I just tried to kick onto a live on one of my other subscribed channels, and it's doing the same shit to them. It's clocking and buffering and.
Yeah.
All right, well,
So
let's hope it's recording.
Well, here's the thing with OBS, it records all the broadcasts, so if it doesn't publish to YouTube properly, I
Right,
can
you
upload the
it.
recording.
All right, cool.
Okay.
There just won't be a
Yeah.
chat attached to it, but we'll have
Dang.
the
Dang.
show.
We have a guest tonight, guys.
Yeah, let's
Don't
get
we?
into that.
It is
Yes.
Guy in here.
Eric
Hi,
B.
stranger.
Yo. What's
Tell
up,
them where
man?
you're at, bud.
Yo, so you can find me in Facebook groups, Eric and Siobhan Burgess. Yes, I share a profile. Yes, I know the jokes. It's all good. I'm man enough to take them. You can also find us. You can find me on Instagram. I got my own Instagram account for toy photography only. Is Mr_EDub82. So check me
You
out.
don't,
there.
I gotta go follow that.
you don't
man.
share
I
that
don't
one
know.
either?
No,
That way
I
I can
for that.
that way your wife doesn't have to see my nudes anymore. I can just send them straight to
I know, dude. Nice.
And then also you can find us on Facebook as at Kennedy's Village, and then Instagram the same at Kennedy's Village, same with Twitter, which is our Sickle Cell Disease Foundation, where we do our best to bridge the gap between research and care, helping
Hell
those
yeah,
who
man.
need help, as well as funding research and bringing some light to some people.
Awesome, man.
Nice.
Dude.
Hey, I gotta dial it back for a minute. Sam, you're sending him nudes and not the rest of us. Why do I feel gypped in this?
I didn't get any in return, man. So I just got the hint, you know.
I
You
guess
kn- hey,
I
Sam,
guess
you
it's
know
the
I'll-
beer gang.
I have
beer
never
gang.
seen midget dick.
Dude, I sent Russ a
Oh no!
I sent
I'll say,
I
you
sent
know,
Russ,
you know.
Russ
If you
got a
give,
box full of Polaroids, man.
yeah, if you give, prepare to receive, my friend.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
That just sounded really bad. Anyway, all right, now we derailed the show. Hi, guys.
What up?
Hello, people. Not
All
that
right.
able to even see it tonight right now, apparently. So.
And if you don't
Yeah.
mind, Nick, I just want to drop a little nugget real quick. If that's cool.
Yeah, dude.
Do your thing, man.
Yep. So I'm here tonight because we have a event coming up. This Sunday is our last.
What
Sorry.
in the world?
That's all good. So this coming for Sunday evening, Sunday afternoon actually at 1:00, we have our last family fundraiser of the year, where we're doing a movie night, or movie in the daytime. We normally do it at night in our backyard, but now we've rented out a movie theater.
Oh hell yeah, dude.
So
Nice.
we sold tickets, and we got a nice amount of people coming. We have a goal of $2,500 where we're accepting donations and selling tickets. And if you can't attend, just think about donating. You can find us on our Facebook page where we have a fundraiser going. So go to Eric and Siobhan Burgess. There's links everywhere for that. Most of the people I know have shared it as well. So especially Nick. Nick shared it. I think a couple people as well here have shared it. So
Yeah.
yep. If you cannot attend, you can donate, and we're really close to that goal of 2,500. Even though Facebook is showing something different, I'm counting collectively here. So thank you so much for that, guys.
Nice.
Not a problem, man.
Yeah, man. I've been happy to share and donate myself. I know all the other guys have donated and shared as well. So
Yep.
anything we can do to help chip away,
Mm-hmm.
contribute towards it,
I appreciate it, man. We're really close. Like, I mean, within probably hundreds of dollars. So,
Oh wow.
Oh wow.
yeah, I think we're really close, and I think this weekend is the final push. So, let's get it. Let's get it going.
Word.
Nice.
Yeah, so all of you out there, if you can, if you've got a few bucks to give, it's a great cause to donate to. And we'll put the link to where they can donate in the show description. Is that cool with you, Eric?
Yeah, heck yeah, man. Appreciate that.
All
All
right.
right, cool.
Absolutely.
And you can also message Eric directly, and he can give you a direct link too.
Absolutely, absolutely.
All right, guys. Again, play. Oop. Looks like maybe if you refresh, you might be all right.
On the Facebook,
Maybe.
we're talking YouTube, right?
Didn't work for me. Didn't work for me yet. At least not on our end.
Fucking YouTube, dude. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's still kicking it on mine.
Yeah, me
Actually,
too.
the phone just started working on here because I tried it on the phone and I heard Nick talking. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
that's a first.
Oof.
But
Plagued by technical difficulties.
Of
oh,
course.
this isn't anything on our end. This is totally a YouTube thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Josh, why don't you go ahead and get into our fantasy wrap up for the first week?
Yeah. A lot of you may remember last year we did fantasy football and we played husbands versus wives on the cast. And I talked a lot of shit all year long until the next to last week when I somehow got eliminated. After kicking ass all season, I lost to Nick's wife, and then thankfully Rob beat his wife to give us some dignity at the end of the season. But
Yeah,
this
it was
Our draft king, man.
the
Yeah.
championship was me and the man, and Chris, he beat me down, but it's okay.
Now, this year the wives didn't really want to go through with it. Most of them, some of them probably would have, but we wanted to mix it up because we had some of our listeners talking mad shit all season last season.
That we did.
So I was like,
Mhm.
all right, put your money where your mouths are and step up. So we got 5 of our listeners and friends of the show in their very own division, and it is the MPSP Theater League. We got the crew, which is Nick, Russ, myself, Sam, and Rob, versus Vinny's Half a Meatball. That's his team. Walt's Galvatron Rage, Eric here, his
Yo.
Krishikons, Lowry's
Yep.
The Replacements, and Anna, a returning player from last year, her Bacura Defenders, and that's a little inside Force sensitive joke.
Ooh, yeah.
Um,
Hey, I listened. Tell her I listened to that, by the way, Russ.
we've read it.
Like-
We've read it, Bobby. I swear.
Yeah, I know, right?
First week of action. We let's look at week 1. We had my Stunt Brigade coming from behind to defeat Rob's Rocket Riggers.
Rick.
Rig RIG because he drives a rig. Please change that team name, Rob. I'm not comfortable saying that.
Oh
I-
God.
I had a heavy lead on him, and then one of his players just experienced a miracle, and he took a lead on me Sunday night. But fortunately, I came back and triumphed on Monday. Nick's DJD, he was really far behind Russ the Muss because he can't be original and make a team name, I guess. But he started gaining a lot of ground, but it wasn't enough to make up, and Russ took him out 293 to 260.
You know what's sad? He left a player on his bench. If he played that player,
If he
he would
played
have
that
beaten
player,
me.
he would have won. I know. Now,
Yeah.
aside from me and Russ, nobody else on the panel here, on the show panel, won their game.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, Eric's like, yo, I'll do it.
Eric, he put a beat down on Sam, won 246 to
Oh,
201.
damn, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sam's like, who did I play?
That's true, man.
Now, Walter, we gave him a lot of crap last year, but I got to give him a little bit of respect. He talks a
No,
lot of shit,
don't.
but I'm going to give him a smidge of respect because he took out Anna by the biggest margin of victory this week. He beat her by 178 points, 317 to 139. So
Yeah, he
Yeah,
scored.
but
He scored a lot, dude.
Good luck
He-
though, because
he-
you got Rob this week, and you're going to be challenged, man. He's not an easy victory. So
and
He said Anna
let's not
wasn't
act
even a
like
challenge.
Because I don't
Anna
do
didn't have like a few different.
anything.
Yeah.
Didn't she get like a
she
bunch of
got
defenses
stuck.
in the
Well, what
draft?
happened? Yeah,
She got stuck with
she was
some
at
bad
work.
picks because she was hurt.
She was at work, and she ended up having to go auto draft.
Yeah.
And the auto
They took
draft
the
draft
best
were like a
available.
bunch of different defenses.
Dude, that's what
Yeah.
Rob did last year. He won, man. He
That's
used
what
to-
I did this year too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but the auto draft screwed her over because she didn't start auto drafting until like almost like the last 3 or 4 picks of the draft, and then it screwed her over. So I
Yeah.
felt bad for her. I offered her a great trade, but she don't want to give up Zach Ertz.
I don't
Well,
need your
you
help,
know,
Russ.
he's
I don't
not
need
that-
your help. You gotta
He's
kick
not
your
that
butt
great a
this
tight
year.
end. She needs to let go of that.
Yeah, I mean, he's not that great. He's like one of the best tight ends in the league.
He's not that great.
He's not the best. Maybe he's not the one of the best tight ends. Now I'm getting
he's
Eagles
a top
defensive.
10 tight end,
Like-
yeah. But what I'm saying is,
One of the best ones in the league. Say it.
tight
Uh-oh.
end is not the most important position to fill on the team. It's probably the
Wait,
least
it sounds like
important.
Russ has a tight end now.
Yeah, he's getting a tight end. I think his tight end could clinch. You know what? The Eagles are trash, man. Anyway,
You know what?
the rounding out
Oh my
rounding out the victories was Vinny's half a meatball, defeating Jason's the replacements by 98 points, 321 to 223.
Crazy.
Yeah, that was an
So-
ass whipping.
It was. So 2 really
Yeah.
hardcore blowouts. And we'll see
Yeah,
if
and
anybody
Jason
can
has your
repeat that.
favorite player.
No, he doesn't. Fucking Antonio Brown. Now, as of right now, because there was a game last night, I've got a 16-point lead on Russ. Nobody on Nick and Sam teams have played in their matchup yet. Jason's got a 78-point to 12-point lead on Eric, roughly. But, you know, Sunday and Monday are still coming.
By the way,
Walt's
it's
got an
15.9,
18
not 16.
I'm rounding up. Shut the fuck up, Ertz lover. 18 point even to 0 for Rob. But, you know, that's going to be a close contest. You know, Rob is slated to win over Walt. And then Vinny, he's down 16 to 34 on Anna. But, you know, Sunday and Monday are stacked with games. So that's the MPSP Theater League Fantasy Update. And we'll hit you with that again next Friday to let you know how all the rest of these fucking chumps did. They lost. They lost because they fucking suck, especially Russ's goddamn Eagles.
You listen, you dirty motherfucker! I can't wait to see.
I
I'm
took
gonna
a shower
kick
today. Fuck you. You ain't doing a goddamn
I-
thing but losing.
I'm gonna kick your stump out from under you.
You can't. You
Oh,
can
wow.
try. You can try, and if for some reason you actually manage to do that, I will insert that metal hole right up your ass. All right.
I'm gonna put you in a wheelchair. I'm gonna push you down the steps.
Okay.
Great.
I've done crazier shit in my life. I've ridden a shopping cart down a hill of a shopping center before, crashed into a tree next to the
my
road. That
God.
was crazy. That was
Oh
in my
my
younger
God.
days. It's not how I lost
Well,
the
then-
leg.
So you're telling me the wheelchair thing won't scare you? Never mind.
No, it won't.
Lordy, lordy, lordy.
It's all right. You just sit over there and, you know, think about
Fine.
how bad you're going to get your ass beat this weekend.
You're out of your
So
mind.
you
You
don't pout
know,
about it Tuesday morning.
I've got a 15.9 lead on you. Woo!
You know what he's gonna do? He's
Doesn't
gonna-
matter. As long as I win by .01, it's all that fucking matters.
You're
It still make you
You're
the
gonna
loser
get
you are.
smoked. You understand?
The only thing
I'm gonna
getting
get
smoked
a
around
room.
here is
Get
some
a
pole.
room, you two. Get a room.
The only thing around
He's
here is
just-
getting
he's
smoked is
just gonna make
pole, and Russ, you're doing the
He's gonna
smoking.
make
Here.
a Facebook post
I'm
about
gonna
it.
crush
but,
you,
like, not
pirate boy.
mention
You're
you.
going down for the count.
You two get a room.
All
Get
right.
a room.
And that was fantasy shit talk. All right,
All right.
let's get into the rest of the show, shall we, guys?
Yeah.
All
All right, guys.
take it away.
All right. So, some Disney Plus news. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I was wrong.
You're wrong.
We're going to start with something else.
Oh, well, we're going to start with breaking news.
Movie Pass. The gift that keeps on giving is going away now.
I think it's
Looks
about
like it's
done
not gonna
giving, man.
Giving any more gifts.
The
Yeah.
Rock Foundation of this show It's going away. Finally.
Not
We're
the
impressed.
ROC rock, but actual ROCK rock.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, our first like 8-9 weeks of shows, we had something to report on about those chumps every week.
Man,
Yeah,
It was so funny.
This is gonna be our last show, guys. I mean,
No.
movie pass.
Actually, that's the next T-shirt. Rip Movie Pass.
Yeah.
Yep, that's not a bad idea.
I feel bad. I feel like we owe them a little bit to our success.
What are they gonna
We'll
do?
send them $1.
What are they gonna do? Say, hey, you can watch a movie on us and never let us watch it? I mean, come on now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Love those air quotes, Sam. Thanks.
Yeah.
So yeah, finally, it's going away. Not much to say. We knew this was coming.
Yeah.
I mean, we just had to mention it because
A long
of the history of the show with Movie Pass and all the crazy shit that they've done. So, see ya. Wouldn't want to be ya.
Be gone.
This movie.
Be gone, fuckers.
Yeah.
It looks like there was talk of them. When I was reading that article, it looks like there's talk of them trying to sell Movie Pass to someone. I mean, who the fuck's gonna buy that?
It's such a damaged brand.
Yeah,
I remember working at
I mean-
Blockbuster, man, back in the day, and the Movie Pass that I knew about was pay $10, get unlimited movies for a week.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Damn, dude.
But you know what's crazy is they've got so many other like companies pop up with the same idea, right? Only
Yeah,
it seems
and
like
they're
the movie
succeeding.
theaters are coming up with their own, and they're succeeding because they can. It's their theater. They show the movies. They can. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's like, they can, oh man, it's insane, dude.
Are you guys talking
I mean,
about the AMC Movie Pass?
Yeah, the AMC.
StubHub.
No,
or
Movie
not
Pass was
StubHub,
its-
but something else. Yeah.
Movie Pass was its own. But there are other companies out there doing the same thing. Basically, you pay a monthly fee, and you get to see like 3 movies a week or something like that.
Yeah, it was AMC Stubs. They had
Yeah.
that.
AMC sub. That's it. Yeah, that's one of the ones that's succeeding. Unlike Movie Pass, Movie Pass has done some shady shit. Let's talk about their shady shit. Let's see. There was the time when people tried to like get out of Movie Pass, and all of a sudden they wouldn't let anybody get out. They wouldn't let you back out. Oh, we're having
Automatically
technical
renewing
difficulties.
without telling them. and
Yes.
Refusing
There you
their
go. There's another
cancellations.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
right.
fuck that company.
Then there was a
They're
time-
dead. Just like
Then there
the
was the
Eagles.
time when they let everyone. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah,
this is the time they let all the information for everyone's personal information, private information, like, you know, there was a security breach. Oh yeah, your credit cards might have gotten hacked.
Wow.
Yeah, there's quite a few fucked up things that have happened over the course of Movie Pass. Yeah, but that's okay. Sadly, we must have a moment of silence.
All right.
Pour some liquor out.
And that's it. Okay, we're done.
Actually,
You'll miss your BS.
Dump your
'cause it's so
popcorn
much-
buckets out for Movie Pass.
Yeah, just go to a better one. Go to.
Yeah. All right,
were a
let's move
shit-
on. Oh, go ahead, Rob. Sorry.
Just say you were a shitty service, but you made for some great entertainment value.
Damn right. We love all the stuff that we did.
It almost feels bad, like
No.
to keep hitting them while they down, but fuck them.
But they kept picking themselves
I
down.
mean, sometimes
Yeah.
you have to kick a shitty product while they're down. You know, like the Eagles. Fuck you, Russ.
I knew he was gonna fucking say that. He fucking say it. You know what? Aren't you a Raiders fan?
I am.
I
but
was just
fuck
about to say,
them.
Russ,
Stop.
I love them, but
Just
fuck
stop.
them. They're terrible.
Recently.
Oh,
Josh
about
is
to
just
say, man.
deflecting.
Yeah, he is.
I know.
All right, I'm
All right,
in
guys.
shit talk mode, man. It's football season. I gotta talk shit.
Mm.
You're my opponent
All
this
right.
week. Next week,
Hey,
I'll
what are we
put
doing
it
next?
on you, cupcake.
Oh.
Anyways, let's get into some Disney Plus.
Yeah, man.
All right,
Not
first things
much
first.
longer.
Young Avengers show is rumored to be going to Disney Plus.
Nice, man. Any
That'd be
any
awesome.
characters or anything?
Um,
I don't know what I'm about to talk about.
well, I was going to talk about Haley Stanfield.
Yeah.
is rumored to be cast as Kate Bishop in the Hawkeye series, which is
I
going to
love
star her and Jeremy Renner.
Love it,
Nice.
love it, love it.
That's pretty
I'm
awesome.
for it.
All right, I am too, man. Young Avengers was my shit, and
Yeah,
it looks like. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I like those characters a lot, man. They were interesting.
They were really good in the Civil War too. I enjoyed enjoyed seeing them there. It's pretty cool.
Well, is the Young Avengers show is going to be an animated show?
No,
No,
That's
Live
live
action.
action. Sweet.
They're giving us a lot of live action content.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. It's great. No, wrong.
Yeah.
I like the animated stuff too, but the
They're gonna-
live action.
I just want them to keep it coming, man.
And Marvel's got a event that's supposed to start running in December, where it looks like Hulkling from Young Avengers is going to be featured pretty heavily. He's been built up as this savior for the Kree and Skrull empires, and he's supposed to be able to unite them together into one empire with his
Oh, that's
magic
cool.
sword called Excelsior.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh God.
Should have saw that coming.
What's his name? Hulkling.
Hulkling, yeah.
Hulk,
Him
yeah.
and Wiccan were like a couple, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was Hulk? Explain. You're gonna. That's a
He's
character
a
I've never read in my life.
Skrull. He's a Skrull Kree hybrid.
hmm
And so most of the time he runs around as like a blonde teenage version of the Hulk.
Yeah.
And
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
so they had him and Amadeus Cho and all sorts
Yeah,
of
not
shit.
to be confused with Amadeus Cho.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and pop to the other Disney Plus news. Disney Plus has confirmed
A ton.
DuckTales, Tailspin, Rescue Rangers,
I'm down.
Darkwing Duck,
Go, man.
X-Men, the 90s Spider-Man cartoon, the 81 Spider-Man cartoon, the 79 Spider-Woman cartoon,
Oh snap!
Spider-Man Unlimited.
Here, and as soon as I get the confirmation, all right, it is recording. I'll do a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2. Go ahead, Nick.
Nice.
Welcome back to Masterpiece Shippies Theater. We're in the middle of our Friday the 13th retrospective. I hope you enjoyed the first part. We've gotten up to part 3, and we're going to be starting part 4 right now. Part 4 was titled The Final Chapter. It was directed by Joseph Zito. Jason was played by Ted White, and in one scene played by Tom Savini for one of the more famous kills in the movie, the hitchhiker kill. Crispin Glover and Corey Feldman are both in the film.
Some star power.
Yeah, man. Tom Savini returned to the franchise so that he could properly age and kill his creation of Jason. So part 4 was really instrumental on steering the path for the franchise for the next 3 or 4 movies. It introduced Corey Feldman as Tommy Jarvis, who is the main antagonist and protagonist in 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's the one that kind of kills Jason, I guess you want to call it killing him. Yeah, I guess he killed him, but he comes back, but you know.
Yeah, basically when they started back up with part 6, they ignored part 5.
Right.
And
It wasn't part 5. Was part 5 a new beginning?
yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
And-
because they actually killed him in 5, and that was supposed to be the end of it, right?
Well, Corey Feldman killed him in 4.
Yeah. He played
Oh,
Tommy and killed
okay.
him before.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
And then basically what ended up going on was Corey, we'll get into that when we talk about part 5, but Corey Feldman was unavailable for most of the shooting of part 5.
Right.
Part 4 is fondly remembered a lot more than part 5 is, especially with Savini coming back, because at this point, after the Friday the 13th films, all the other work he's done, especially I mentioned The Burning earlier. That is a classic of the slasher genre if you haven't seen it. And it is Jason Alexander's first film role. Any memories of part 4 for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely remember. I mean, it was seeing Feldman in it, and then watching it, and I remember this. I never remember the scene where he loses his shit, and he,
Yeah.
and just the fact that Tom. I mean, that a kid is going to be the one to take Jason out.
Yeah.
Find it interesting, but um,
Go ahead. Sorry.
oh no, I'm done.
Oh,
Do you
okay.
want-
Another part of part 4 was Crispin Glover did a really weird dance in part 4.
Yeah.
This was passed down as that's how he actually danced in the clubs at that time. One weird difference is that on set when he did that weird ass dance scene, he was dancing to AC/DC's Back in Black, and when the film came out, he was dancing to a White Lion song. So the choreography, it was really weird and disconcerting to watch.
Funny, dude. Doesn't match up.
Part 5, A New Beginning, is probably one of the more maligned ones until we get into the later 8, 9, and 10. This was directed by Danny Steinman. This was his last film that he directed. He had a horrible bike accident that caused his next 5 projects to fall through. It starred John Shepard as Tommy. Dick Wiend plays Jason. Tom Morga actually did most of the scenes for Dick Wiend plays Jason and Roy. Tom Morga did most of the scenes. Ted White turned down the opportunity to come back from part 4, and it had a really eccentric role. Carol Locatel plays Ethel and her son, whose name escapes me at the moment. Now, during the filming of this, Shepard, Dick Wiend, and stuntman Tom Morga all allege that director Danny Steinman was on a massive coke binge during the entire film. Bad enough that the cinematographer had to direct most scenes. They said that the only time this dude was not snorting was when one of the younger actors in the movie's mother was on set.
At least he had the common sense not to do it then. Shit.
Yeah.
That's hilarious, dude. Oh god.
Everybody, put the cocaine away. Aunt May is on board.
Yeah.
Right. There's a mom.
Rosemary Clooney's here. Put that shit away.
How did that nose?
Yeah. That Red Hood just fell. The scenes with Corey Feldman that were in the movie were shot in the back of his house. Originally, Feldman was going to return in the role of Tommy Jarvis, but he was filming another classic movie at the time.
Yeah.
Might have been called, The Goonies.
Yeah.
For the franchise, this is the first film in which Jason is referred to by his full name. He had never been called Jason Voorhees before in any of the movies. You did know that was his name, but he was never referred to as that. This film is also known as the second movie where Jason didn't kill anyone. The killer was revealed at the end of the movie to be Roy, the ambulance driver whose son was killed at the halfway house.
Right. He kind of was dressing
as
Jason. Yeah. Okay.
And killing these people.
Right.
There was slight differences in the mask. That kind of clued you in that it wasn't really Jason. The mask was shaped slightly differently, and also it had blue markings as opposed to the red.
Right.
Most people, when first watching the movie, thought that it was Vic who escaped from police custody. Vic was the character who killed Roy's son in the beginning of the movie.
Right.
Anybody have anything fun to say about part 5?
Wasn't that the first one where his mom showed up or something?
I'm sorry.
What was the first one where Jason's mom showed up? Wasn't that 5?
No, that was Friday the 13th. The
Yeah.
very first
Oh,
film.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah, she was the killer in part
That's
1.
right. Okay.
And then she did some flashback scenes in 2. They used stock footage in 3 of oh my god, what is this woman's name? Oh god, I gotta look back up here.
Did she do any movies?
Betsy Palmer.
Yeah.
I think that the problem I had with the part 5 was it felt like, remember when Halloween, you had Halloween 1, Halloween 2, and they threw you for a loop with Season of the Witch?
Yeah.
You're like, what the hell was that? It had nothing to do with. I kind of feel like a little bit they kind of pulled the okey doke on us a little bit, where it was like, it wasn't Jason, it was, and it's like, what did I just watch? I don't know. I remember I did not like the ending of that movie. That's what I remembered. I was really disappointed in that one. So, yeah. It felt, I don't know. It just didn't feel right. The idea that Jason might have somehow come back from the dead was very exciting, a little bit. It was like, oh wow,
And then at the end of the movie, they basically tried to make it like Tommy was going to take over for Jason.
Yeah, like Tommy was going to get possessed or something kind of by him, or some weird shit like that. And that was a little weird too. I don't know. It was odd.
Moving on, we go to Friday the 13th, part 6. Jason Lives.
Yeah.
Now, one of the interesting things about this movie is it was directed by Tom McLaughlin. Tommy was played by another actor, also Tom Matthews.
Right.
He was also known for playing Freddy in Return of the Living Dead, the George Romero movie.
Yeah, because in this one is when Tommy's a little bit older too, right?
Well, both Tommy was more of a teenager in 5.
And
in
this
his
one
60s, in his 20s, and this is the version of Tommy Jarvis you see in the Friday the 13th game that's come out for the next gen consoles.
Right.
Dan Bradley was fired for being too fat. Director Tom McLaughlin, stuntman CJ Graham, and Christopher Swift all play Jason in this movie. Ron Palilio, Horseshack, plays Alan Hawes,
Up your nose with a rubber hose.
Yeah,
That's hilarious, dude.
who plays Tommy's friend.
Yeah.
This is the one and only movie in the franchise with no nudity, even though there is a sex scene in it.
Boo.
John Shepard, who starred as Tommy Jarvis in the prior movie, refused to come back because he became a born-again Christian.
Lame.
Really? That's crazy. Okay.
Kevin Williamson of Scream and Halloween, H2O, and other assorted horror movies told Tom McLaughlin this movie helped him to inspire himself while he was writing Scream. The hands of Tommy Jarvis in the scene where they're opening Jason's coffin at the beginning of the movie are actually the hands of the director.
That's cool. All right.
So this is also the last film with Tommy Jarvis.
Right.
There was a directive from Paramount to bring Jason back and stop fucking around with the franchise.
Which is, thank God somebody had this common sense to say, quit fucking around. Because that's how I felt.
This was also the first film for Tony Goldwyn, who played the asshole boyfriend in Ghost with Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, he wasn't the asshole boyfriend. He was the jealous asshole that caused Patrick Swayze to get killed.
Die. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that was my grandma's favorite movie.
Shout out to you, bro.
I miss
That's
her.
their grandma, man.
I miss her.
There was a famous kill in this movie at the beginning. They killed a white V. Jason sticks a iron rod through a yellow V,
Oh,
and when he kills the guy,
Uh,
an Amex card floats around in a puddle, and they did that just to have the crowd scream, "Don't leave home without it."
yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Jason in this movie was kind of the inspiration for the Jason in the reboot, because in this Jason was more of like a woodsman type. He had a very streamlined look. This is the first movie where Jason was looking zombie-ish,
Yeah.
because in the first scene of the movie they bring him back like Frankenstein coming to life. The
Yeah.
lightning.
Lightning strikes the rod, right? Yeah.
Jason kills the character Court in this movie with the same knife that is in Rambo First Blood Part 2.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Wild.
So it was they had some pretty cool Easter eggs for fans of the movie. And it's one of the better it's the better of the latter day Jasons until you get to the reboot, I believe.
Like Jesus Christ of Latter-day Jasons.
Yeah.
I've seen
And
that.
They knock on my door.
Jason Voorhees superstar.
Yeah.
They ride bikes and ask for water.
hmm
They're so well mannered and dressed.
Yeah,
We used to have Jehovah's Witnesses that came through my neighborhood in Virginia.
until
and-
Nick killed them all.
No, until Nick started playing Dogma on the TV and put war paint on my face and brought a raw turkey to the door like, "Do you want to sacrifice to Satan?"
Dude,
I was
speaking of Dogma, Jason Lee's fucking evil is an abstract speech in that movie. The deleted scene is one of the best things ever filmed and not used.
Yeah.
But
All right.
yeah, why are they always called Elder? Every one of them. Where do they find all these kids named Elder? I don't get it.
What are you talking about? Mormons?
Mormons.
It's the common Mormon name, dude. You know, like
Elder Tom, Elder Christopher.
Yeah. I guess if you're like, once you reach manhood, you become an elder. I guess I don't know. Weird,
yeah, maybe it's like a title or something.
bizarre.
I always thought it was their first name.
Nope.
I'm just kidding. I know.
I know. Part 7, New Blood.
I think this one's probably my favorite one out of all of them. I've only seen like 4 or 5 that I remember. That I think this is one of the ones that I liked a lot.
Yeah, this is the first Kane Hodder Jason. John Carl Buechler. Bushler directs.
Bushler.
Yeah, like Judge Bushler.
Bushler.
Tina was played by Laura Park Lincoln. And her mother was played by who? Do you guys have any guess? Transformers related.
Frank Welker.
Megan Fox.
Susan Blue, the voice of RC, played Tina's mom in this film.
I was just about to say that
cool.
too.
And again, this was the first Kane Hodder Jason.
Yeah.
This film had to be submitted 9 times to the MPAA to get an R rating.
Oh yeah.
What
Because
did
were
they
trying
want to
give
give
it
it?
an NC-17, weren't they?
No,
Were they
X,
really?
Oh, they were
They were
trying
trying
to rate it X.
rated X.
Wow. I didn't know that. Damn.
A lot of the
what, man?
Jasons most of the Jasons had to be resubmitted to the MPAA multiple times.
Because of the
This-
excessive gore.
The gore and the sex.
And the sex. Well, the sex.
The sex-
Yeah.
The sex
Okay.
scenes in all of these movies have been cut down.
Right.
In part 5, they basically said that this dude was just filming porn on.
Hell yeah, dude.
He was just making all these hot young,
Yeah.
ingenues.
Well,
Just
it's funny because I remember. There's always sex scenes in all these movies. I'm sure, But I do remember one of the movies having more sex scenes than I remember other ones having. Maybe it was that one.
I remember that one being my favorite.
Yeah, right. That one. No, I like that one. Right? No.
It's funny, man. I feel like all the sex scenes in my life have been cut down too.
Yeah. What happened?
They're just scaled down for size.
Yeah.
The only way to see the uncut version of this film is to get the Dutch VHS version. Paramount
Copies do you own?
I was gonna say, good luck.
It is hard to find, obviously. Paramount destroyed all of the outtakes in this movie.
Damn.
Wow.
They must have really, really been kind of freaked out about that shit. It must have
There
been
was
really
violence for this movie.
some real trash shit right there.
And like they were almost thinking that they were going to have to recast Kane Hodder because he was so intense as Jason. And if you notice, whenever Kane Hodder is on screen and you see Jason's good eye, he never blinks on camera.
That's cool.
He was like the best Jason though, dude.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, but
Creepy as
I mean,
fuck.
there's still call for him to play the character, and he's in his 60s.
yeah, he was good though. I mean, he was the scariest one, the one that made it, the one who I thought made Jason like that guy he won't stop. He's gonna keep coming. He's savage. He's gonna keep coming. Yeah.
And he also did the thing, he called it a hound dog affectation, where he would lead his body with his head. He would turn the head first, and then the body would follow. And so he had a very specific way he played Jason.
Yeah.
Right.
Very methodical.
Very methodical, very intense, very physical.
Really,
Jason,
really good.
yeah, Jason's mask in this film was cut from the original mold and slightly modified so that you could see more of his head, because this was when they really started going for the zombie Jason look.
Right.
In this movie, Hodder set a record that stood for years for the longest on-screen burn time in one take. At 40 seconds, this man was on fire.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Can you imagine that? That would
I can.
even in a fire suit. Holy
Dude,
shit.
for real, man. It'd be hot.
Yeah.
I caught on fire once.
How?
Me and my brother were playing tag with Roman candles, and he shot one up my shirt sleeve, caught me on fire.
Oh shit.
It sucked.
Been there, done that, man.
Yeah, have you now?
Yeah, dude.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, not like the same thing, but just
That's what me and my little brother used to do: shoot each other with
Yeah.
fucking fireworks.
Yeah. I mean, tag with Roman candles. It sounds fun on
I mean-
paper. It's not.
dude,
Yeah,
it's fun in real life, man. Until you get hurt, but then it's,
I mean, I may have shot my brother with a BB gun once, but
Oh God, we
Oh,
used to
yeah,
play
dude.
BB tag all the time, pellet tag.
yeah, I got my ass trashed for that.
I lost
Yes.
at a Halloween party and took 5 shots from a paintball gun
Oh, they hurt too. Paintball guns hurt, dude.
in a fucking
shit.
white beater.
I mean, there's a reason why you're supposed to wear it. Like, kind of give you armor a little bit to
Yeah.
wear when you're with paintball.
I got
It's
shot in
stung.
the face once with one.
Well, yeah. Well, I think the closer you get shot, the worse it is, obviously. But
Yeah.
I took one right to the chest once. And it was pretty close. I was like, oh, it knocked the wind out of me for a minute. I was like, whoa.
chest.
I
Chest.
took,
I was like,
I
ow,
took one
fuck.
to the cheek at about 15 feet, and God
Oh.
damn, I had a bruise on my
Damn.
face for a week and a half.
Yeah, that'll
Paintball,
really
dude?
fuck you
I
up.
could,
Yeah, right on
I
the-
couldn't
Ugh.
chew anything for a few days. It
Yeah.
sucked.
Yeah, man, just shoot me with a real gun, man. But
Yeah, seriously.
No.
Jason Part 8.
Oh
Jason
God.
Manhattan.
That
Also
was
known
so
as the one they
trash.
really. This is the one when they really start getting crazy. Go ahead.
Directed by Rob Hedden. The film debut of Kelly Wu, who played Lady Deathstrike in X2.
Indeed.
Hodder
she's bad.
loved, yeah, she's a beautiful woman. Hodder loved the Times Square scene. He said that, they were filming at night in Times Square and people would just stop and stare at him, and he would like turn on them and just like freak out like a whole crowd of people. He really enjoyed that.
Well,
And then he would just like go around and kill homeless people.
Well, I mean, Jason being way out of his element. You know what I mean? It was what I remembered about this movie, but way out of his element, and but yet still fucking dangerous. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, brother that he that starts boxing,
Yeah, knocks
his head off into the dumpster.
I hated that scene. That was so dumb.
Well, that's why.
Or to the point with Jason 8 where it was just getting campy and funny and more.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was clearly meant to be funny, and that's what it was. If you think about it, it's a pretty brutal kill. He literally knocked the dude's head off. It's pretty rough. It's a brutal kill, but he was meant to be a little like Nightmare on Elm Street did the same thing.
Yeah,
you know, all horror movies started kind of getting to where the only one I think still kept kind of a serious as shit is Halloween. Yeah. Michael Myers is a fucking psychopath, dude.
They introduced some crazy shit in The Curse of Michael Myers, the whole Cult of Thorn shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess they did. But
shout out to Paul Rudd, though. That was his first movie.
That was his first movie. Yep.
Was it really?
True, yeah.
He played Tommy Oliver, was it?
Tommy Doyle.
Tommy Doyle. That's right.
Yeah.
Oliver's the Green Ranger.
Tommy Oliver. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
It was rumored that Paul Rudd was going to come back for Halloween Kills, the sequel to the 2018 Halloween.
Right.
Instead, they cast Anthony Michael Hall as Tommy Doyle. Neat tidbit about Jason Takes Manhattan. There's a scene in a diner where Jason throws a man into a mirror.
Wasn't
that
Michael
man?
Jackson?
No, it was a big white dude. The man that Jason throws into the mirror is Ken Kersinger, who plays Jason in Freddy vs. Jason.
Ah, that's hilarious, dude. No shit. Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
Now, after the disappointing gross of this movie, Paramount sold the franchise to New Line, and this is where everything goes off the fucking rails.
This is where New Line decides, oh, okay.
Part 9 is Jason Goes to Hell, never called Friday the 13th Part 9 because New Line couldn't use Friday the 13th in the titles of any of their films.
Right. That's why he got
called Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X.
Jason X, right.
So this was directed by Adam Marcus. Stephen Williams played Creighton Duke. He recently had a role in It, and he also plays the Hunter Rufus in Supernatural, and he's had a million credits.
Mm-hmm.
There's a very memorable scene in this movie where Creighton Duke eats Jason's heart.
Well, that's
and
mean.
The recipe for Jason's heart was gelatin and fruit cocktail.
I've got to see that movie. It's the only Friday the 13th I haven't seen, dude.
It is a mind trip.
Yeah,
really
I do.
Insane.
I gotta see it. I know what happens at the end. I know the end of it, but I don't want to. You're going to talk about it, so I'll shut up. Right?
Betsy Palmer was supposed to come back as Pamela and rejected the role because she didn't like the script at this point.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, probably. Although it's a fucking horror movie, whatever.
Hey, here's the thing: horror movies can be really good. I mean,
yeah, I know
look at the stuff we've been getting here recently.
But when you start talking, I didn't like the script. It's like, you're not a thespian. Shut up.
What are you doing?
Well, she was a stage actress. She had a
okay, maybe she was a thespian.
very memorable one in Arsenic and Old Lace.
Sorry, I just like
you're saying she was a thespian, huh?
I just like using the word thespian. Go ahead.
My son, for his clubs at school, he wanted to join the Young Thespians Club, but he was too young. Some of the trivia about this movie is Toby Hooper, the director of the original Texas
Chainsaw, yeah,
was considered to direct the film at one time. And in the final scene in the movie, when you see Freddy's arm come up through the sand and take Jason's mask down to hell, that's Kane Hodder's arm.
Oh, cool.
Oh, is it really? No shit. All right, that's interesting, dude. So they really have a lot of fucking.
So Kane Hodder has played both Freddy and Jason.
Yes. the only actor to do so.
Yeah.
And he also plays Victor Crowley in the Hatchet series.
God damn, dude. That is so wild, man.
Those are fun. It's like some
So-
Louisiana crawfish boil. Fucking
So clearly, when they did the end of that movie, clearly they were setting up Freddy versus Jason. I mean, clearly that was their intent, right?
That
Yeah.
was their
But didn't we-
intent, yeah.
But then we got Jason X before we got Freddy versus Jason, right?
because there were a million scripts for Freddy versus Jason, and there were a million
Oh,
for it.
Okay.
Originally, most of the pitches for Freddy versus Jason were triplets. It was originally going to be, because New Line owned the property, Freddy versus Jason versus Ash, which became a
That
comic
would
book.
have been cool.
yeah.
When that wouldn't pan out because Sam Raimi wouldn't direct it, they started looking at Freddy versus Jason versus Pinhead.
That would have been off the chain, dude. That would have been crazy, man.
Depends on how much
Yeah.
nudity would have been in it.
It was gonna
Yeah,
be
right.
It was gonna be Pinhead, like kind of like more in Freddy's role, kind of like manipulating both of them.
Right. I got
I
you.
could see that.
Yeah,
Well, because that's what Pinhead would be, the more of the
Yeah.
manipulator. Okay. All right.
and
That's pretty
then
cool.
when they decided to just cut it down to Freddy versus Jason, because both franchises were floundering at that point.
Right.
They went through a million scripts. They went through a million directors before they finally landed on Ronnie Yu.
Man, that's a lot of directors.
Yeah. Well, like they were trying to get Wes Craven to direct Freddy versus Jason. He had absolutely no interest after New Nightmare. Robert Englund was just telling them to go fuck themselves on scripts.
Yeah, I heard it was a tough sell for them to get him back because he said he would only come back if it was a good script. It had to be something that would make him want to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, that's interesting.
Yeah, and like a lot of the directors, they had Kevin Williamson in to do a pitch and decided to go to Dimension and do Scream.
Wow.
He also directed Halloween H2O.
Jesus.
So after Jason Goes to Hell, the franchise stays dormant for a while.
Yeah.
And then we get Jason X. Again, New Line used the Friday the 13th in the title.
So we have Jason X.
There were a million different pitches for this movie also. One was Jason Goes to Compton.
Oh, god damn.
Yes, to Compton.
Yep.
We missed a gem.
Really, right?
Jason versus the Leprechaun.
Okay, I could get behind that.
Leprechaun. Hey, those Leprechaun movies were like crazy, dude. They were good.
And then one of the scriptwriters was a huge Elvis fan, so one of them was going to be Jason Goes to Hawaii.
Oh my god, that was
Wow.
insane.
They
What?
tried to get Jason versus Leatherface to go off the ground. What are we gonna
Really?
say, Josh?
You remember? I don't know if you ever knew or not, but there was a Beetlejuice sequel that was in development hell for years called Beetlejuice Goes to Hawaii.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The only good
And
thing that ever went to Hawaii was the only
Go
good
ahead.
thing that ever went to Hawaii was the Brady Bunch sequel, a Very Brady sequel. Because those are so cheesy. I love them.
Yeah.
They're terrible, but they're fucking
So-
good fun.
That's really interesting about that because like I wonder what made them decide on the one they went with because I mean to me from those options it sounds like the one they went with probably was as crazy as it sounds the better way to go. But
Yeah. I mean, and they tried to make this movie like Alien,
yeah, they kind of did. They kind of did. There was a little bit of that involved in it, and it was just I don't know. this movie was clearly one of the cheesier, almost make fun of yourself kind of horror movies. You know,
Yeah.
it borderline to me. There were some scenes where it borderline spoof a little bit.
Well, they had David Cronenberg play Dr. Wimmer,
Right.
the doctor in charge of Jason at the very beginning of the movie,
Uh-huh.
director of The Fly, Crash, and also The Dead Zone.
Jesus Christ.
Lisa Ryder played the android KM-14 who goes head to head with Jason and actually kills him.
Yeah, she's pretty badass.
This is the least censored film in the franchise.
Well, okay. All right. I mean, the least censored, but it means it was censored in some ways.
Yeah, there's some scenes on
I wonder if there's any, if they show the cut, if there's an extended version of it or something, an uncut.
Yeah. And there's just ridiculous shit like Jason fucking going through fucking re-entry into the planet at the end.
Yeah.
The whole cyborg Jason shit.
Yeah.
Again,
it was a little, I mean, the best scene is when they keep him dizzy.
Yeah, with the
like,
holograms.
It's like a holodeck kind of like.
Want to smoke some marijuana, have some premarital sex, and then he reenacts the sleeping bag kill.
Yes. He's beating one up against a tree.
Now, the reason why they put that sleeping bag kill homage in there is because in the original one that Kane Hodder did, he was very disappointed of how it came out on film because the dummy they put in the fucking sleeping bag was supposed to be a lighter dummy, and it was a 95-pound dummy. So
it's a little
in the
tougher.
first one, I think it was 7, where he slams that fucking sleeping bag up against the tree. That's a 95-pound dummy. He's fucking up on that fucking tree.
Shows how powerful he is, though, because he seems to handle it all right.
Dude, he's a very intimidating man, even in his 60s. Just like Danny Trejo, who's almost 80 at this point.
Yeah, and he's still a badass.
Dude, he's like my size, man.
Yeah, dude.
So he wanted to they wanted to redo that scene, I guess. And make
he wanted for that scene.
That's funny as shit, dude. That's
Again,
cool.
Betsy Palmer was supposed to come back, and this time instead of the script, she couldn't agree on money.
They probably wanted to pay her nothing hardly. And she's like, fuck you. I gotta make some money if I'm gonna come back and do this shit.
Yeah. There was a shout out to Doom, which was very popular at this time, with the BFG reference from the Tactical Commander.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And again, I skipped Freddy vs. Jason for this because I was low on time, brothers and sisters. This took a lot of time and a lot of research.
But I mean, most people have already probably seen it. I mean, you've seen Freddy vs. Jason, you know it, what it is, and my wife is a huge fan of that movie. I'll tell you guys, she loves the soundtrack. She loves the fucking movie. It's one of those movies that she'll watch over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And I think it's because she just gets a kick out of the fact that these two fuck each other up so bad in the movie.
It's one of the better NECA versions of Jason also.
Yeah. I mean, I love how they did a good job of going, like, how Freddy comes to Jason.
Yeah.
As his mother, you know, and that's kind of bringing his mom back into the fold, you know, a little bit, and that so you're harking back to the original, you know, movies a little bit. And
the thing was, I believe Betsy Palmer had died at that point, so they couldn't use her.
Right. So they kind of, So you know, but it was. I think it was, and for what it was really well done.
Yeah.
You know, it was a Nightmare on Elm Street, you know, / Friday the 13th movie, you know. I mean, you know, fine.
They matched it up as well as they could, and it is an enjoyable movie.
I think so. I think it is. I love how they had both of them kind of. Yeah, you had Freddy bring Jason into the dream realm, and he got to do his trashing of him, you know, and there's a great scene where Freddy says, "Why won't you die?" It's because Jason just can't die.
Then there's that scene with the main heroine chick, and like they're showing these camp counselors fucking. She's like, "Aren't you coming?" And he turns right into Freddy and says, "I can't help that this bitch is dead on her feet."
Great, dude. Oh, that movie was so fucking great.
So moving on to the last part of our Friday the 13th retrospective, the remake starring Jared Leto.
I've always been curious about this.
All right. Danielle Panabaker. Willa Ford was in it. It was directed by Marcus Nispel. This was his second horror remake after he did Texas Chainsaw Massacre, also for Platinum Dunes.
Oh, wow.
That's the one with Jessica Biel, I think.
Yes, that Texas
Chainsaw. That was actually not a bad remake.
The first two in that line weren't bad at all.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah. So this film also had a different Jason. Ken Kersinger didn't come back. It was a new actor, Derek Mears. This was the first Paramount Jason since 1989. So it's 20 years in between Paramount taking back control of the franchise. There were some nice Easter eggs. If you notice in the scene where they added the tunnels to explain where how Jason pops up everywhere, in the tunnels there was a sweater that was the same color as Jason's mother's sweater.
Okay.
And also there was a wheelchair to go back to was it part 2?
Yeah, where the wheelchair pretty cool.
So yeah, they added the tunnel kind of thing and made Jason like in Bread Hillbilly.
Yeah, that's another one. That's another one I haven't seen yet. I haven't seen that newer one. I don't know, man. It's kind of interesting. It's not that they give an explanation.
It's good. It deserved a sequel, unlike the Nightmare remake.
Right, well, the Nightmare remake was really bad. It was a nightmare, right?
And we all know that Platinum Dunes is Michael Bay's production company. So Michael Bay was at the premiere and walked out due to the graphic amount of sex in the movie.
Aww.
Really?
Did it hurt his...
Michael Bay's a fucking fruitcake, I swear to God. Fucking asshole.
There isn't as much information on the remake as there is on the other movies, which is surprising because usually you get more information on the more modern movies. But with Michael Bay producing, and this was a big vehicle for Paramount, and it did a decent number, but didn't do enough where they felt that it deserved a sequel, unlike Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which they made like 4 of.
Huh.
But only the first 2 were good.
Yeah, the first 2 were really good. All right, so that ends our Friday the 13th retrospective and this show.
This is cool. The marathon. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's cool, man.
Yeah.
We got to do those semi-regularly, you know.
Maybe we can do
Something
a
like
Halloween retrospective. Or
Yeah, because that's my favorite franchise out of the slashers.
Yeah, same
Michael
here.
Myers is.
Of course,
Michael Myers.
that is going to be the week of our TFCon wrap up, but we can save that as part of the discussion.
Yeah.
Right. Something to keep in mind.
Absolutely.
The Halloween thing. We could maybe even do the week before.
Yeah.
We're gonna be gone.
Well, the week before we'll be at TFCon.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Yeah,
we'll figure something out though, for real.
We'll just have to do another marathon show that week after TFCon.
Yeah.
Well,
I can tell you, this is going to be me.
Yeah, we'll all be tired, especially you.
Oh shit! I'm gonna be
Convoy.
cannonballing. Right,
Yeah.
Convoy.
dude.
Burning
No joke.
convoy.
I'm leaving out of here Thursday morning. I am going straight down there. I am not stopping for anything more than fuel and food and bathroom breaks.
Pack a
Oh, yeah,
cooler
dude.
and take a bottle.
Yeah.
How long a drive is it?
I don't
gonna
want to. It's 12 and a half hours if I don't hit traffic.
Yeah, we've got a
You're-
13-hour trip, and we're leaving Thursday morning, like probably like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Yeah. Well, that's
We're
what we're doing.
probably-
We're gonna leave it early Thursday morning, and then we're gonna cannonball it down Friday morning. We're gonna be at the grounds at 9 a.m. for setup, but then we're gonna be working the thing all weekend, breaking down Sunday night, and then I'm leaving out like 6 o'clock Monday morning and cannonballing it back. And I took Tuesday the fuck off.
Nice.
Shout out to vacation because I'm gonna be dead
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah, I did that too, man.
God, I've got about an hour drive. God.
Yeah, you're gonna be wrecked.
Yeah, we got about a 5. If we drive from here, we got a 7-hour drive. But if we leave Misty's sister's house, it's a 5.5-hour drive. So we'll
Yeah.
probably stay the night and leave at like 10 o'clock the next morning, and
Nice.
you know, be rested, get up there about the time it's time to check in, and miss most of the pre-rush hour traffic.
Yeah.
You know, fill up early that morning, grab breakfast, and I'm excited, man. I mean,
Oh, me too, and all 5 of us, man. That's
Yeah.
all
me too.
5 of us for the very first time.
No
That-
Photoshop Sam this time.
Yeah.
The whole crew, man.
It'd be awesome.
Yeah,
All right, guys.
I
I'm
think
up.
we made him a little too tall in that Photoshop.
Yeah.
So this time to be
Yeah, we'll
accurate.
find out.
I've been up now 41 hours straight.
Power
I
Nick,
think I deserve rest.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna get out here and go to bed.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna head into the hangout that Dust was rolling.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
So if you're catching a replay of this, we apologize for the technical
Yeah.
difficulties earlier. There was a YouTube issue. And then when we were getting ready to start, my computer decided to do a mandatory Microsoft update. That
Yeah.
sucked. And then I had to reset some drivers as a result. So we recorded this unbroadcasted, but we're bringing it to you in the future. Now, hour past.
Later.
Oh, yeah, dude.
all right, guys. Peace, love, and hair grease. We'll see you next week.
We're out.
Bye, guys. Bye bye.
Take care, everybody.
That's fucking great.